Oh, it is enough. Oh, that's not amazing. Right, because this will be 5. Oh, this is awkward. They will absolutely pump it to oblivion. Alright, so how do we do it, man? This will be super hard. We only have one sweeper left. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today another rotation-proof Golgari, but this one will be pretty special. We have Ashiok, Staff of Completion, and Cornucopia card that, I'll be honest guys, I'm getting addicted to this card. Every deck that doesn't have Cornucopia feels off, basically. This card is insane. Not only it trumps you, but the life gain you get from this usually saves you the game. And we really need it, because for this build we don't use any kind of arena, we just directly go into Insatiable Avarice. This is our draw engine together with Staff of Completion, so the more life we have, the more we can sacrifice. And with Ashiok we can use the pay effect to not pay the life for this card. So the deck kinda has everything. It's working against control and against aggro, and it seems to be pretty powerful. Man, this is like my third deck today, alright? I scrapped 2 of them. So this one is the only one that performed, and I give it to you. Go and, smork some aggro. So I hope you will enjoy today's video. Thank you for, just all the support, and yeah, let's go into games. And I cannot have Avarice, right? So we'll probably Pillage the Bog or Liliana, depending on the draw. Yep, we came prepared. So they will take Liliana, and we have to go like this anyway. We pay 3 life. Our opponent will see the hand, so he will already get some good information, but I think we can go around it. We don't have mana to cast both of our cards yet. We didn't get any dual lands, unfortunately, so we are on a bit of a rougher draw. They really will have to use it to hit my land drops. It definitely feels like this. You know what? I'm going Demolition Field because this is how desperate I am to hit a black land right now. We don't care about the caverns. We might lose later to Mirrex. I don't think they play either none or 2 mana, but we take this risk. Because we need to hit all the black mana. We need to activate Liliana. They know we have Liliana. They know we can Demolition Field at the end step, so they should be prepared for Liliana. That means they shouldn't play one huge, very good creature. This is more of a fodder, to be absolutely honest. So I think they're actually having something better in their hand. Or not yet. Not yet, Sloth. Alright, now it's better. Do I want caverns? Cleric. Is that Painland? Let's go for the Painland, because on everything that isn't a cleric, this is a colorless mana. I don't think it makes a huge difference. I don't think they will have mana issues, but I think it messes them up just a little bit better this way. We definitely go for our cool swamp. Listen, it's kinda awkward, but it's nearly working, I guess. Do we go Liliana right now? Probably. You don't want any kind of lifelink synergy in the board, because then they play something like Amalia, and they attack, and they already get the value. You want to prevent it. They need 5 mana to do... Oh no, they can go for 4 mana, because they can sacrifice the food token. However, that means they only get 2 drop, basically. Alright, as expected. Nearly a perfect draw, but in reality, just a bad draw. I could go for Pillage the Bog and try to remove it, but I'm not sure if that's the winning play. This will be hard. I need to think about this one. We can go Avarice. No, we cannot. I guess we just Pillage the Bog, honestly, with Cornucopia. I will start with this. And this is so tempting to just take Go for the Throat. But I'm not sure if that's good value. I think with Deadly Cover Up, they can bat us, but that means I think this should be okay. It's not my favorite play, but you know what? No way we don't have one. Alright, that's worse. I was sure that in 8 cards we'll hit at least one of them because we play 4. So that's on the really rough side of the draw. Like, we're making very bad plays just to mitigate our, weird land base and, draws. If we had single removal for this turn, we'll just remove the preacher and that's it. and then we have Liliana on 2 loyalty, which kills another creature, and I think we would win by then. But we didn't hit removal, so that's why we need to make those awkward plays. Alright, Liliana dies. Unfortunate. But he will get...
Delay, nothing more.
Did he draw a card? I missed it. I actually missed it. Alright, so what do we go for? Sheoldred isn't great here, I think. I think we just draw 3 cards, man. It's a lot of damage. I think we should hit a land. The life gain definitely helps. Alright, here's the land we wanted. So, go for the throat. Yeah, go for the throat is important here. Then we can go Pillage the Bog on the next turn and try to hit, deadly cover up again. We're definitely on the rough side of the draw, but we have some tools to basically fix our situation. But we're under siege, like our opponent is ahead right now. Double triggers, we have to kill her. This is exactly the type of situation we need to prevent. And oh boy, the damage stacks very quickly. With all the life gain even. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Alright, let's set. That land is good, that means no 2-drops. Him drawing cards is not great for us, but, we need to start somewhere. We can play Shelly into Pillage the Bog, or we can just go Ashiok into Pillage the Bog. We play the land for sure. Alright, this is important. Sheoldred feels very vulnerable. Ashiok feels a little bit better, but if it with this we can play the Bog. So I think it kinda is better this way. Very, very scared, I'll be honest. They will get a very good turn right now. And I don't think we can do anything about it. I'm a little bit scared of a bat, but let's do it. Let it be. This is the card, right? So I think I'm really scared they will bat me right now. So they need to remove Shelly, and they need to get the bat. If Sheoldred survives, I can play differently. But yeah, it will die probably. Listen, this is kinda interesting. Maybe I just take this damage. Right, I'm recovering to them. So the damage is the least important part of this card. So we can ignore it, because if Sheoldred stays for the turn, we draw a card and we life gain 2. It also suggests that they can go wider a bit. They didn't solve them? Good, important. Very interesting, but I honestly think we want to kill everything right now. Let's survey and see what the card is. Absolutely, I love it. Very good card. Yeah, we sweep the board because if that dealt damage or something, I would be fine with it. But drawing cards is way more than I want to give him. Is there a card? Well, okay, magic. I guess I'm not seeing it. So what do we go for? Creatures should stay because we can resurrect them later. 3, and let's go Liliana maybe. We don't run Takenuma, right? We gain life. As you can see, Cornucopia is insanely important here. I think it's bat. I don't like bats, Oh boy, they're stacked. They're prepared. I was scared that they have a bat and they will take one of my good cards. Let's see the build. Is there anything special? Probably only Poisoner. Oh, and the small bat is also here. Sure. I think that was a good call. The bat is the only thing that we need to play around because it's so strong. Like, it can prevent our full game plan if it hits right. And I never can know if they have it or not. Sorry. They need 5, so it's not enough. That's super important. Oh, it is enough. Oh, that's not amazing, right? Because this will be 5. Yep, exactly. All right, this will probably fly on the next turn, right? Yeah, it will definitely fly. So I mean, I can kill it, but they will get their graveyard. So I think we need to play a bit differently. We will die if we don't do anything. Oh, this is awkward. They will absolutely pump it to oblivion. So this will probably kill me. So how much they can do? They can play this. Yeah, they can already do it. And they have so much value. Alright, so how do we do it, man? This will be super hard. We only have one sweeper left. If I play Ashiok and they play this is 8. And probably another creature. Or even food token, right? You gain life. They will gain from this. So they and this. Okay, so they can get 3, 6. 4 instances, so 9/9. I guess it kinda works, maybe. Then we don't get any value. Listen, I don't love it, but if they want to go for the damage, they need to go face. And hopefully they will replay a lot of... yeah, they can get the cases right. Maybe we go for a removal. Because they can actually sacrifice one of those cases and keep playing 2-drops, right? Yeah, then they will play 2 of them. That's 6 and that's 11. Okay, so we aren't dead because of Cornucopia. Good. Alright, alright. You need to really muff on the blocking side, you know? Is that over? Not sure. Oh, and if something dies, they will get the Ila's core activation. Oh, this will be awkward. But we get to draw a card, so maybe we get some leniency. We will see. Oh, they went directly into I absolutely love it. This is so good, man. Okay, that was better than my best case scenario assumed. Like, we definitely want to protect Ashiok. This is always an easy decision, because if you protect Ashiok, you get them back on the next turn, and you have Ashiok. So, you know, if you can chomp block, it's always better than early. Alright, but... I think they're lowballing those... Like, I'm right? It's already solved. Sacrifice this... Yeah, they can do it at any point. But that's super important, because when we sweep the board, this doesn't die. I think they want to go into many waves, and they prepare for, like, 4 waves, you know, after this or something. But... We can go like this. We should draw a card first, because we might draw something here. 3 cards should be enough. Oh boy, this is scary, but I really think this is the play. They don't have manlands, which is super important. I absolutely gain 1. Alright, I mean, that's okay. We play land, which is useful for the next turns. We go for Deadly Cover-Up right now. We go Evidence. This will get harder later, but right now we are in a decent spot. Alright. Let's go like this. Man, this is scary, but I think we have a good path to victory, but we need to be really careful. Those cases make it so much harder. So what are the cards we want to remove? Probably Voice of the Blessed. We also know that there's another one in the hand. So let's start with the biggest creatures first. Then it's probably Amalia, I would guess, because they cannot replay them from the graveyard anymore. And that's actually a huge deal. 2 damage, acquired, and let's get those tokens, and then we start growing them. Growing creatures on board is a very good way against this deck. Like, when we get 3/3 on the next turn, this will actually be hard for them to combat, basically. And we also have the cottage, and we'll have more tokens in future with Asher. So we are in a decent position, even though our opponent has kinda infinite card advantage right now, which, as usual, is the domain of aggro. They only have 5 mana, so it's probably 3 different creatures. And 3 different creatures is not as much damage. Do they have Amalia? Yep, they have. I think they should start with Amalia, honestly. Maybe they want to go for Poisoner? Oh, right. Never mind, that's correct, because this triggers the life gain. Makes sense. Did they play land for this turn? I don't think they did. I think they got the draw right. And this is the part that gets scary, but you know what? We at least have decisions, so maybe we just go like full removal. Don't forget we have a lot of virtues, so we can live gain very nicely with this deck. And the 4/4 is a little bit of a problem, but we can always kill the Pilgrim. Like, we can actually work through all of those cards. I think we have one Deadly Cover-Up left, right? No, two. Two of them is actually really nice. Go for the Throat is amazing draw. Absolutely amazing. Let's start. This is something we will do for sure. Here we go. I wanted to say here we go and here we go, and in the end you saw what happened. So I would love to have a Sheoldred right now. I think we can afford it. Because if we can untap with this, I think we can win the game. Man, this is such a close one. Alright, we go Virtue on the big one. This can hit something, but it's okay. Like, I can live with Amalia for a moment. We just need to remove her. And now he cannot really attack into us. We can even remove the bat, but I don't think it's worth it. 30 life. I really think we need to outvalue this guy, which will be really hard, or deck him out. But we have Ashiok, we have Avarice, we have a lot of mana. I think we wait until Sheoldred softens them up, and then we go. Because right now we don't want to block with Sheoldred, so we need those tokens. And Amalia will grow before the combat phase, so she actually might be huge. Then we remove her. Like, we need to be careful. Man, this Cornucopia is literally our lifeline. I think without this card we would be at 4 or 5, which would be lethal very, very soon. Alright. I mean, if we want to kill something, it should happen now, right? We save 1 life this way. But at the same time, I have 1 life. Okay, but I don't want this activation for sure. Okay, that was a mistake, so I wasted 1 life, that's fine. Forgot that this entering the battlefield already triggers Amalia. Oh right, I exile cards, I forgot. I forgot. Yep. This is one of the reasons I didn't want to remove her, because if they have more, they can just replay her. But it is what it is. Go for the Throat, very interesting. They probably want this, but it's also not amazing. Like, they want something else, and this one is still here, so they will actually be able to play all of those. Man, they have like 15 mana of value here. Man, we need to start playing aggro decks for the value. Alright. Ruin Lurker Bat. So they're getting a lot of triggers right now, but fortunately they're getting rid of their library. They want those extra lands and cards, and they only have 1 card of disactivating. Yep, Summoning Sickness. That's why we did this. Even if they cast literally everything, we have always 1 turn to respond. We need to be careful about this, you know, 20 power thing. It happened once on the channel already, and this is definitely a graveyard thing. Like, come on, bro. Like, the card is literally here to give a graveyard value. If he doesn't take it, I'll take it. Yep. Correct. But with Avarice, we have some nice decisions to make. We can even go for Deadly Cover-Up if we really want to. With Ashiok, you can actually go with this. I could go for Staff of Completion, but there's too much pressure. Not amazing, though, to be absolutely honest. Okay, so what is the card? Deadly Cover-Up seems nice, but it doesn't solve this, so we will have to do it all over again. So maybe we just kill Amalia, disable their whole engine, and I don't think they can kill us then. So we literally go for a removal, I think. Let's start with Ashiok and see what we get. Maybe we get removal here. Like, we have a lot of removal, so the chance to hit it is quite high. Oh, not exactly what I had in mind, but it kinda works. I don't think we'll get Ashiok to 7. Like, it's too slow. We will just mill them with Robbery, probably, if we have to. Virtue is nice, but it's so slow, man. Like, we might die. Yeah, let's go with this. We also live gain because of Sheoldred. So I think it's worth it. Man, I love this deck. It's so cool. You have so many decisions, and you know, this is the gameplay. Not just 3 first turns, seeing who had the better opening, but actually making decisions. It's super cool. Alright, so go for the throat, right? That's it. Man, this is such a weird card to take from this, but I think this is the best choice. The draws were absolutely not great. Like, we basically drew only this one card and nothing more. But hopefully it will be enough. Let's go for Surveyor. I want to make sure that my next draw is decent. Huh. Super greedy. I should not take it probably. But I will. But I will. Alright. If we want to do something on this turn, we do it now. Oh, we cast the card. Okay, so we don't need to. Let's go. Those 4/4s really help on ground. Suddenly Amalia cannot attack into Sheoldred anymore. And I don't think there's any punish. Yep. I could pressure him, but I don't think it's super needed right now. Like, we could just try to raise him, but, you know, it can go bad. He has only one card here and this case. After he uses the case, this is the last power turn he will get this game. And it is possible he's preparing. So if he goes too slow to try to save all the mana, there is a chance. 24 cards. I actually think I don't mind it, right? We can go for what? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 cards. Well, that's not enough yet. If he's drawing lands, he gets no value. If he hits something that isn't a card, he also gets no value because Amalia only grows and that's it. So, of course, he would top deck those cards, so there is some value, but it's not something that really helps him win the game. And he cannot attack with her anymore. Oh, that will kill Shelly, right? Alright, do we kill Amalia now? If we know Sheoldred will be dead. Alright, I don't want to give him even more. Maybe I should kill her earlier, I'm not sure. I generally thought that we'll mill him, but man, he's getting so many cards right now, so maybe we'll change our plan. The ordering on the triggers is not perfect. I should probably cut down first, but we're at 17, so I'm not really super scared about it. I'm just focused on trying to beat the value that he has. I honestly think we start to kill the bats. See, if I used cut down on this, he would not attack. Now, he thinks that he can threaten the Ashiok, and that's amazing. Because he cannot. Now we can trade again. I want to trade those Nightmares because they don't really have great targets right now. Alright. And Ashiok survives, which is super important, especially that, you know, we exiled the previous one. Scry. And they have a lot of lands. This case is great, but it's very, very slow. Well, our draw is definitely not what we wanted here. Let's hit how many cards we have? 19. Should be enough. Especially that if we hit Robbery, we just take it. I honestly am super tempted for Cornucopia right now. But we should probably go with Ashiok. Exile one of them. I'm sorry. This is the responsible choice. Right, I want to go Virtue on this turn, right? Then they will try to kill Ashiok, and then we go from there. I could also go Huge Robbery and get the cards for the next turn. But what can we get here? I mean, live game. We can get the live game. Alright, I will take the Virtue. I think we are high enough that we should survive. The point is that he needs to spend full turn with Summoning Sickness if he wants to go for the kill. And that gives us this one extra turn that we have over our opponent. And the value from Virtue will quickly stack, especially that we don't need to win the board, we just need to stall the board. Let's go for Mortuary. We need to be aware of the cards. Liliana, probably absolutely not needed here. Like, she doesn't do anything here. Yep. And we say go. So he will probably kill the Ashiok, thinking that finally it's off the table, the card that absolutely brought us insane levels of value. But then we played another one, and potentially we can try to plus, but it depends on our draws and what we get from the graveyard. Yep, they are going for it. They can kinda manipulate what we get, just because they can get rid of the creatures that they don't want us to take. Yep, this will be definitely very crazy turn. A little bit of a scary one as well. They can kill Ashiok without losing Poisoner. I don't go full auto resolve just because I want our opponent to see that maybe you have a removal. That gives him, you know, some reason to think about his plays. When you know that one of your pieces can die, you need to get another layer of decisions, basically, assuming that one of your pieces is missing. So, you know, I'm not sure if it will change anything, but it's generally a good way to do. Alright, and that's the turn. That's it. And if they hit Ashiok to try to kill it, they cannot draw cards this turn, which is nice. And I actually don't mind them drawing cards. Oh, they got another bat. That's mean. I thought that's over. It wasn't. It keeps going. Alright, but this was their last big turn. I mean, they will have a follow-up with all the new cards and all the value, but you can see that we are getting something out of this. And as expected, they went for Ashiok. Right, yeah. I thought they were going face and I was surprised. Alright. Alright. If I want to live gain something, I can go for the Poisoner and kill 1-drop. Here we go. The extra value. Man, they're milling like crazy. But we don't have enough mana yet to go the robbery. If we had double robbery, I think that would be lethal, because then we try to start one turn like this. They cannot kill us on this turn, and at the end step we would cast robbery and then main phase robbery. So you basically cast it twice. We have, sure, we have what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana, so 18 cards. See, we would kill him. I would just do nothing this turn, wait with my robbery and play second one, but we don't know if the next draw is robbery, so we cannot go for this play. Oh, it's first, huh. So do I want Shelly? Shelly seems amazing, especially that we will draw card on this turn. Man, imagine they had all this case value, they played like 5 creatures this turn, drew 7 cards, and they realized, no, one shorted just beats this. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this game. Like, I didn't play it perfectly, especially the mid-game, because I kinda was distracted by commenting. That's my excuse. But it was good enough. Alright, let's see it. We have a cut down, but we won't activate it on turn 1, probably, because we want to start with the cottage. I definitely want Cornucopia on the last turn. I could play Swamp, but I don't think we need it. Like, I think we can go around it. And let's prepare, because we might cast Avarice depending on the situation. We probably need a lot of removal here. Oh, wow, this actually goes around cut down. Our opponent is like, well, oh, I forgot this has priority. Yep. So, what do we want to go for? We could go Avarice and try to hit some, you know, sweeping. I really think we want to, right? I could also go Cornucopia and try to hit better stuff. You know what, this is a creature deck, so I think more mana should be useful. We can deadly cover up, but this will protect everything. They probably have only legendaries. This is extremely strong card that doesn't see too much play, but it's super strong nevertheless. Alright. So I mean, deadly cover up kills one of the creatures, and that's kinda it. But it prepares us for the next turn. Alright, with this draw I think we start, you know, doing what control decks do the best, alright? Just killing everything. They will save it, and they can potentially draw 3 cards, which, as we know, is the usual thing for an aggro deck to do. Also, if we want to draw 3 cards, we need to pay a lot of life instead of life gaining. Of course, Shanna has a very steep cost to it. Halana and Alina, alright? They absolutely gambled and they lost. That was an extremely greedy decision. And let's punish it. I should survive first. So let's take it, because I could get the evidence, and I could actually, you know, remove something important from the deck. So that was a bad play on my part. I don't think we need more, you know, more lands. Like, we have kinda enough to play the game. Human. We need to basically trade 1 for 1 against everything they have. Good, good, good. We actually don't mind it. I think we deadly cover up. This is a decent draw. Can I get the thing? No, we definitely need to get rid of all of this. Just because of how many cards they can draw. Sure. I mean, why not? Why not? I'm not sure what we will exile. That's something we need to think about. I'm leaning toward Liliana and Alina, to be absolutely honest. Sure, they have Danik, they can play it, but we have a cut down that perfectly hits it, right? It's a 3-2 for 4 mana, so we trade 1 mana for so many, and then we can use the rest for Avarice. So we actually want him to do it. So it's either Liliana and Alina or Hajar, because this is annoying, but they only have 3 cards, so I think Liliana and Alina is way more frustrating to play against. Oh boy. This one will be a bomb. I don't want them to draw this, or probably this. But they need 2 cards for this, so it's a little bit slower. Yeah, this is the worst one, probably. They have airtie. A lot, man, 3 airties, that's super crazy. All caverns, yep, as expected. Good for them, good for them. And now they have their turn. We don't have any interaction. This is the best case scenario. I tell you, man, I love them to cast this. This is so good for us. And I think we will go with the Avarice, because I actually want to draw from my deck more than anything else. Let's do it at the end step, because why not? We're also live game. And we need it because we will pay some life this game. A land. To be absolutely honest, Robber is so good here. This one is better, right? Because we can get both modes, and I think this is a little bit better. And we can go for the throat potentially. What is we can get 1 good card. Pillage the Bog is amazing because it live games as well. I think I have enough value, so it's probably go for the throat. It's not the most exciting draw ever, but it's probably the best draw ever. And we couldn't risk that we don't draw one. We draw it, so it's fine, and we won the game, I believe. But, you know, something bad could happen. Alright, 1 spell. Yeah, we have it. We took it. They don't have enough mana for Plaza, so we need to kill it now. And we live game, which is super useful. Also, Bitter Tribe has super cool interaction, because you pay 3 life, and if you would pay life, you exile cards, so it's a free card. I think our opponent is close to scooping. I think so. Man, they did a huge gamble on, you know, Liliana and Alina play, and we absolutely punished it. So we can go Ashiok, start drawing cards, or just go Robbery, which I think is better. We also leave the cut down, so that's a little bit better. We also have the cottage, so we are kind of defended against everything, I believe. Danik is probably my favorite card right now. If they do something except playing a land right now, we want to kill it before they get the Plaza mana. I think so. But we'll see. Maybe we just pass the turn, man. I think they are keeping Boseiju for Cornucopia potentially. So I think that's why they don't play the land. Alright. I mean, we can endure this, so we should be fine. I think it's 5, right? And getting 5 extra cards should help. Especially that our opponent likes playing control creatures like airtie. So I think we might, you know, get some cool plays from him. Rana. Alright, alright. I'll take it. Also have nice lands, which is amazing. I really want some mana. Alright, I think we go Liliana here, because she goes around the protection. It's not protection, it's hexproof and indestructible, I believe. But, you know, kinda does the same thing here. Yep. And we have card advantage. We also had Ashiok. He didn't know that we have Ashiok, but that was the nail in the coffin for our opponent. Alright, you Golgari fans, I hope you are satisfied with today's video. I really enjoy Golgari, man. I've noticed that whenever I can put Cornucopia in the deck, it feels way smoother, way more safe, and way more powerful. I don't know what that is, but the card just seems to be perfect against the current meta, because it gives you the mana to sweep the board on the next turn, and it gives you the extra extra time that you need. And you know, even with like, basically we are like one color deck. We make only the splash for Cornucopia and Pillage the Bog because those are the cards that we really want. And I think it's worth to splash the whole color for this because it makes the deck so much different, especially that with Avarice, Staff of Completion, and you know, sometimes you hit Painland, sometimes something happens. If you want to go bitter turn, that's also some extra, you know, life that you need to pay. It actually feels that you are lower than usually, so you absolutely need some life gain in the deck. I first went with a lot of Virtues, but yeah, if you draw them wrong, they can hurt you. So usually playing 1 to maybe maximum 3, but usually 2 feels like the best spot here. We also don't go super hard on the robbery in this deck because we have Staff of Completion, so against aggro it's hard to use, of course. You can still sometimes use it, so it's okay, but it's probably not the best card. However, if you hit control, your life total becomes your card pool, basically. You can draw like 5 to 7 cards with this very easily, especially that with multiple cornucopias, you can just keep drawing it. So this can be really, really useful against the control deck, and they need to, you know, make something to counter it, which leaves them open to either Deadly Cover-Up, you know, Planeswalkers, Robbery, Avarice, Liliana. With Avarice, this is the hidden power of the deck. It feels like, you know, one of the random cards, but in reality, this, together with Pillage the Bog, gives this deck something that most control decks don't have. You can actually tutor for the card that you need. With this you can tutor pretty nicely because very often I cast it for 5 mana because I need to hit a land and an answer. And that's usually how you get into this healthy mid game. And with this card, you just pay 5 mana, you go with a land, so it basically costs you 4 mana very often because you get an extra land. And I know it seems like a small detail, but when you keep playing games, it actually makes a huge difference just having extra play during the turn. And sometimes I don't like normal tutors because when you get this one card, alright, that's all you get. If you trade for, you know, like go for the fruit, you are not ahead. You just traded card for card. With this, you can get both answers and card advantage. And that's really huge. So yeah, I think that's kinda it about the deck. The mana base is a bit, you know, a bit wonky sometimes. You need triple black for the Avarice, so that's why we go a little bit harder on the black. But you can go even, you know, 8-5 or something like this. But I don't think it's so important to always cast Avarice on turn 3. If you cast it on turn 4 or 5, sometimes it's even better. And with Cornucopia, you have other plays on turn 3, together with Liliana. Those are very often great plays. So you aren't forced to cast it on curve. That's why we can go for more balanced mana. But, you know, you can experiment if you're feeling dicey. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I like this archetype, and it seems that you guys enjoy it as well. So that's a matchmaking made in heaven, alright? Not on the ladder, in heaven. Alright, so I really hope you had a great fun. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for leaving all those comments and being so positive. It really warms my heart every single day. So thank you for that, and see you guys tomorrow.